What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan. I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have another deck profile for the Digimon TCG here in the EX7 format. This is our fourth deck. This is our Fable Waltz, or our Cendrillmon deck, one of the other main character decks that we got in the starter deck, as well as EX7. So we got some pretty good lines of support in both those things, plus we had the promo cards beforehand. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about this deck, talk about our choices and why we're playing it the way we are, and what potential changes we could make as well. So we'll look into that, and we'll talk about all the different effects here coming up here. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. Well, we have our token cards, our lovely blank token cards that Bandai thought was such a gift to give us in the set, instead of giving us familiar tokens that would have gone with this deck. But that's apparently that's how they do, right? Starting off, we have our Digi Eggs here. We got 4 Cendrillmon. It's the ST19 one. When attacking once per turn, if you have another Digimon, draw 1. A lot of this deck is going to be playing tokens and other Digimon for free, so you're probably always going to have one, even if you're sacrificing that monster for Overclock. You draw first, and then you pop the monster. So it's the draw egg. It's just the best egg to run. The other one isn't as good. The EX7 one just gives you like minus 2k to your opponent's security, which you're going to find you don't need in this deck because you have so many ways to minus the DP. Starting off with our level 3s here, we're starting off with Shumon from ST19. He's your searcher. On play, reveal top 3. Add 1 card with Puppet trait and 1 card with the Liberator trait among to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. So a lot of these have both Puppet and Liberator. So you can either add a Tamer and a monster, or 2 monsters, 2 Digimon to your hand. So that's really, really good. And it has your turn. All of your opponent's Digimon get minus 3,000 DP. A lot of the cards in this deck have that, but that's one of the common staple inheritables there. We play 4 of the Shumon from EX7, which is your turn when this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Puppet trait. Reduce the Digivolution cost by 1, so you can go into all your level 4s for a cost of 1, which is really great, and has the same minus 3k to this opponent's security DP your turn inheritable. I believe that's that's both your turn, so it's not when attacking even, it's just your turn. We play 3 of the promo Shumon. I just feel like you kind of need the promos for this deck. It just makes it a lot better and more consistent, so I like the promos here. On play, 1 of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1 until the end of their turn. So that's really good. You have stopping your opponent from being able to OTK and locking down their stuff. And then when attacking once per turn, 1 of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP. So this helps you lower your opponent's DP instead of the security. And then lastly, we play 3 Junkmon, not a Shumon option, but Junkmon's got Inheritable Barrier. It's got Decoy for Puppet. So when your opponent's effects would delete any of your other Digimon with the Puppet trait by deleting this Digimon, one of those Digimon isn't deleted. So it's good protection as well. It's a Puppet trait level 3, and we want to have a lot of level 3s in our hands because this deck just plays them for free. So that is actually a really good point. We were on 14 level 3s, and I feel like it's a perfect number. Wouldn't change anything there. So we're going to get on to our level 4s here. Play 4 copies of the EX7 Shumon. This is the one that when Digivolving, if you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play an Orisa from your hand without paying the cost. So that's really good. It has the same same your turn. All of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 3,000 DP inheritable. Play 3 of the Shumon from the ST19. It's the security Shumon. So on security, you may play 1 card with the Liberator trait and a play cost of 4 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost. That's really good. You hit off security, you get to play something for free. You can play a Tamer for free. You can play any of your Shumon or your Junkmon for free. So lots of cool options. And then it's got Overclock, which is the new ability here, which is Overclock puppet trait. So at the end of your turn, by deleting one of your tokens or other puppet trait Digimon, this Digimon may attack a player without suspending. So the great thing about Overclock is it replaces the cost to attack. Initially in the game, the cost to attack is suspending, but this replaces the cost of suspending to attack with the deleting a specific or puppet trait Digimon to basically cover the cost of attacking, so you do not have to suspend, which means you can attack while suspended or you can attack while unsuspended. Either way, you don't have to suspend at that current moment to make the attack. So that's really, really good. And it's nice to have that on the base Digimon as well as the upper levels. You play 2 of the promo Shushumon until the end of your opponent's turn. When Digivolving, one of their Digimon can attack Digimon and gains security attack minus, so it can't attack your Digimon, and it can't go for security, so that's really good. And then your turn, while you have an Arisa Kinosaki, this Digimon gains jamming. It's another good thing. You can make some swings with your low level guys and don't have to worry about it as long as you're a tamer. Inheritable when attacking one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. That's all for our level 4s. You could play more of the promo one. I personally like the security one better, especially with built-in overclock, but you could also just play a 10th level 4 if you cut down somewhere else. But I do like having the high rookie count, so I think 9 level 4s is just fine. On our level 5s, we play 4 copies of the EX7 Chaperomon, which has the Overclock ability with Puppet Trait. And then when Digivolving, you may play 1 level 3 Digimon card with the Puppet Trait from your hand without paying the cost. This is where you can spam the board with your level 3s, basically. And then all turns inheritable once per turn when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects. By deleting one of your tokens or other Puppet Trait Digimon, it doesn't leave. So it gives you that kind of protection from the card leaving the field, and it's inheritable. We also play 2 of the ST19 Chaperomon, has the same inheritable as the EX7 one, but it's on play when Digivolving. Effect is when one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn, and then if there are 3 more monsters, it gets a further 3000. So if you have another monster, your opponent has a couple monsters on, you can do some massive DP reduction with this card. It's just nice having more Chaperomon names. It's not as good as the EX7 one, unfortunately. So we do finish off our level 5s with 1 Edamon, which digivolves from 4, which is quite expensive, unless you have some ways to decrease that. But on play, when Digivolving, digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon, so that's always a really cool ability. And then it's inheritable on deletion. You may play a yellow or black Digimon card with a play cost of 3 or less from your hand without paying the cost. So it lets you just play stuff out of your hand to potentially have a monster on board to go into next turn if your opponent can't destroy it before the end of the turn. So that is our level 5s. Not a big lineup, just 7 of those. On to our megas. We the queen or the princess herself, Cendrillmon, Cinderella, our Fable Waltz deity. EX7 version, we play 4 of it. It's got Overclock, the Puppet Trait, start of your main phase, and when Digivolving, you may play a familiar token. A familiar token is a yellow Digimon with 3000 DP and a non-deletion effect of one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 for the turn. So every time you pop this, you're giving them minus 3000, but you're also getting your Overclock effect. And then when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000, and the cool thing is it's not once per turn, so every time you attack. So if you attack regularly or you overclock, your when attacking goes off, and if you're popping tokens, that minus DP is going from 6k to 9k, so you can do a lot of damage with that. It is super good. Just being able to summon a token every start of main is also super strong. So that's why I like that at 4. I feel like it is just a better combo. It is a more costly Digivolution cost because it is Digivolves for 4. But the Cendrillmon from ST19, we also play one of it. I was going to play 2 and then 3 of the other one, but the other one's just so good. But the ST19 is a good backup here. It's got blocker. When Digivolving, you may play 2 familiar tokens. Same thing, 3K yellow Digimon with the on deletion of when your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3K. And then it's got Overclock as well. It digivolves for 3, so it's a lot less expensive. It's just the fact is that it doesn't put extra body, like it doesn't put recurring bodies on the board with the other token ability. So I do find like it is not as good. And you don't always have the DP buffs to be an amazing blocker at 11K. So there's that as well. So I just find one of that is probably all that's necessary. And then we play 1 Cendrillmon for an ace option. This is a yellow deck. It does lots of DP reduction, and it has a lot of tamers that can be played. So just having that, all that involved, Cendrillmon burst mode ace just gives you that ace option, that high level ace option, and it's really good, really consistent. So yeah, absolutely. I think that's, you know, worthwhile. So one of it is really good. All right. And to our tamers. On to our tamers. We play 2 of the Arisa from the starter deck. It's your memory tamer. It also has the your turn when when effects play any of your tokens or puppet trait Digimon, you may suspend this tamer. One of those Digimon gains rush for the turn. This Digimon can attack the turn it was played. So basically just rush. So that's really great. Rush helps giving rush to all your littler guys. So that they can potentially attack for game if you don't have to pop them. So that's always really, really good too. The other cool thing is that they can attack and then you can pop them for Overclock. So that's really great. So I play 2 of that. We play 3 of the Arisa, the promo Arisa. It's you may play 1 Shumon from your hand without paying the cost. Lets you play it for free, and then your turn, once per turn, when one of your Digimon digivolves into a Digimon with a puppet trait, by suspending this tamer and gain a memory. So this is really good because it allows you to get that memory gain on Digivolution to lower your Digivolution costs, which is something you need to do in this deck. We play 3 copies of the EX7 Arisa, which is start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, you gain a memory. And then all turns, when any of your tokens or puppet trait Digimon are deleted, by suspending this tamer, you may play 1 level 3 Digimon card with the puppet trait from your hand without paying the cost. This lets you kind of replace your big stack with a new monster that your opponent either has to waste resources to get off or potentially leave on board, so that you can go into your line again next turn and try and go for a quick victory. So I do like 3 copies of that too, because it just gives you that memory gain, and just, you know, lets you play extra monsters on the board, which is really good in this deck. So that's important. That's it for our tamers. I like the 8 tamers. It's kind of like the Shoto build, although I'm using kind of different tamers more, but similar kind of thing there. I play 1 Heaven's Judgment. You're not going to get this off to multiple different colors, so you're usually only going to get the 2, but still good. It's a really good 12K DP reduction for only 7 cost, and then just helps you get a couple things. Plus, you got so much DP reduction in the deck, it should be easy to get up there to like 18,000 DP reduction and just kind of clear your opponent's board. We also play 3 physical trainings. Physical training is great. It helps you search out your pieces, including your tamers and your monsters. So we like having that, and then being able to reduce those Digivolution costs are super good. Lastly, we play 2 copies of Vortex Resonance. It's the new secret from the new set. So it's 3 cost option. While you have a Digimon Tamer with the Liberator trait, you can ignore the color requirements. On play, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Liberator trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Then one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 4. So you can go into your Mega for 3 basically with this card, which is really, really great. And then it also has the security ability. You may play 1 card with the Liberator trait and a play cost of 4 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost, then add this card to your hand. So, you know, you can play lots of cool different things. Like you can play Tamers, you can play Digimon, so that's always really great. Because it's just got to have one card with the Liberator trait. So we like that. I like the Liberator Vortex Resonance. I feel is better in this deck than it is other decks like Heavy Metal or Zephyr. I feel Digimon Liberator is a better card, but we can go over that another time. So that's the deck, guys. That is our Fable Waltz deck. Here's our princesses right there. And tell me what you guys think about the deck. I definitely think Overclock is the better mechanic, just because it basically substitutes the cost of suspending for attack, and it seems to have a lot of powerful, you know, different ability ways you can play it. One thing this deck doesn't do is it doesn't really give you memory back, so that you can stop, you know, when you go into your opponent's turn, it doesn't really give you memory back after the fact to maintain turn and potentially do multiple overclocks. That'd be the only thing I could say that would be like somewhere for this place to go in the future. But other than that, I'm really enjoying the deck, and as always, the yellow decks are really cool and have a lot of cool little toolboxy kind of abilities. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Do you think that the build is good? Do you think I could have done something better? What kind of suggestions would you put in? We really want to hear your thoughts, so please drop a comment down below. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.